Hello and welcome to Europa Universalis 4, the Great Southern Dynasty. We are playing with the new Mandate of Heaven expansion. I am TJ Hafer, your Emperor for this series. Might be joined by some of the other Loresworn crew from time to time, but this is going to be sort of like Return of Arthur. This is going to be a mostly me talking series. And we have decided just to do something a little different from what it seems like everyone else is doing as far as people who got codes for this expansion early. We are playing as Ayutthaya, the Thai dynasty, the probably most powerful, if you factor in vassals, of the Southeast Asian states in 1444. And our goal is going to be basically to unite Southeast Asia under our great elephant flag, seize the Mandate of Heaven from the Ming, and basically shift the center of gravity of East Asian politics into the south, become emperor, make everyone else our tributary, all that good stuff, and then rise to become a great world power, greater than anything that the Ming achieved in the original timeline. So we're going to have the Ming to contend with in Central East Asia, possibly Japan as well if they manage to get their shit together and unite. I don't know how often they actually do that in this patch because I haven't played it yet until just now, except for testing out a couple of things for maybe like 20 minutes before we started recording here. And then we're also going to have our northern competitors in the Manchu and the Mongols, who are going to be also trying to probably vie against us for that mandate, and we'll have to put them in their place as well. A couple disclaimers before we start, because we haven't done... Actually, I don't think we've done an EU4 series at all on the current incarnation of the Loresworn channel. I used to do them back on my personal channel before Loresworn was a thing. But disclaimer number one, I am not DDR Jake. I particularly don't like exploits, but in general, I don't tend to play 100% efficiently, especially when I'm streaming and trying to be entertaining at the same time. So if you just can't stand it when someone makes mistakes or someone uses a non-optimal strategy, this probably isn't the best series to watch because you're going to be pulling your hair out. As an extension of that, point two, as I am a very experienced EU4 player, I have over 800 hours just in the retail build and probably another 200 to 300 hours in various press versions and pre-release versions. But I'm not an EU4 expert. I am not Sean Sands. I'm not DDR Jake. I'm not the greatest EU4 player ever. So tips that you have for me, things that I might not even know having played this game casually for 800-something hours, are welcome. Just follow the golden rule of don't be a dick. If you post a bunch of stuff in all caps with a bunch of exclamation points talking about how stupid I am and how you can't stand to watch me play the game, one, you probably shouldn't be on this channel. Two, we're probably just going to remove your ability to comment on the channel in the future. Three, obviously, this is the first time I've even touched this expansion, so there's probably a lot of stuff that you guys might have even seen in like the dev multiplayer, which I have sadly not kept up with, that are new mechanics for this expansion that I don't know about yet. Feel free to point them out to me. Again, just don't be a dick. And with that, we are going to get started here. This is the goal is that we have for ourselves is to steal the Mandate of Heaven from the Ming, who we are currently a tributary of, I believe. Yeah, we're paying 13 ducats a year to them. Can't have that. Just going to check out and see... Oh, we can't declare wars yet. So our initial goal, I believe, is going to be to absorb the Khmer, conquer them outright, possibly take some provinces from them and diplo-vassalize the rest. Angkor being a significant one. Angkor Wat is a very significant site in Thai and Siamese history, so we definitely want to grab that. So we'll go ahead and rival them. And if possible, I would like to get an alliance with Lanzhang for now, because they don't really They don't mark any of the territory that we mark as essential, so I'm going to go ahead and just mark all of this. All of Khmer is mine, so anyone who disagrees with that can kiss their chances of being friends with us goodbye. We also have two vassals. We have Sukhothai and we have Ligor, who are Muslim, actually, which is going to be an interesting little wrinkle that we're planning to eventually annex. So I'm going to go ahead and see how this new diplomat interface works, if I can. So diplomacy, improve relations with own subject countries. We're just going to devote 2 diplomats to that indefinitely. And then I'm probably going to send the other one to Lanzhang. They'd actually accept an alliance with us right away. We are going to betray them eventually, but as long as we can use them as a check against Khmer, and we'll help them in their wars for a while. Just in the early game until we've taken everything we want to take from other people. I should also mark Pegu as essential, just so no one else gets any ideas about that. And I'll rival them as well. They actually like us, that's funny. And I'll rival Dai Viet just because they already hate us, so might as well put them on the list of future targets. Alrighty. Mission selected. Conquer Martaban. Where is that? Improve relations with Lana. Improve our prestige. Let's see, is Pegu allied with anyone significant? Not really. So we can go after them first. I'd kind of like to break the power of Khmer first, but we don't have a mission for it. So yeah, we can like vassalize Pegu or something in the meantime. Let's see. I don't know why these diplomats are idle. I guess I have to unpause the game for them to be deployed. Just gonna go through and make sure I'm not missing anything. Can we boost our starting stability? Not yet. No provinces that need to be dealt with. Our merchants are probably placed fairly optimally to begin with. Could hire some advisors, but I want to max out our land army first. They've made some changes to cavalry ratio, so let's see. Where is that? Cavalry to infantry ratio, 50%. So we don't have any special bonuses to that. We have an amazing general here. I think he's our ruler, isn't he? Yeah. So that'll help us for sure. What's our liberty desire of our subjects? Not very high. So let's see, when can we start integrating? It's the smaller one, probably. Let's do Sukhothai first, because they're not going to cause us a bunch of religious strife. Influence actions, annex vassal, 1448 is when we can start annexing them. And Ligor we can't annex yet because they're not. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah, so cavalry is really strong in the early game, so I think we're going to build as much cavalry as we really can without going over the limit. So let's see. So that'll put us at 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'll do one more unit of infantry once we have enough. Lanzhang has accepted the alliance with us. It looks like one of my diplomats is doing what he's supposed to be doing, but the other one is idle. So this might be... Oh, there we go. Last check for targets on November 12th, 44, December... Let's see if he deploys. Incompetent administrator. Matters of governmental organization have never been Boromarka II's strong suit. What a good leader does to compensate for such known weakness is to delegate, and this is exactly what our king has done, but the people who have handled administration in his stead have proven to be more competent than honest. The government runs well enough, but tends to slowly shift its priorities towards matters which the benefactors of these irreplaceable officials find to be of importance. With Boramarka II himself unable to fully grasp the intricacies of matters in question, the guilty parties cannot easily be seen or removed from office. For now, we'll simply have to suffer the consequences. You gain some corruption. That's not the worst thing that could happen. Royal marriage offer from Lunjang. Monora is our new queen. Let's see if there's anyone else who we could potentially get an alliance with. Our enemies. Enemies of our enemies. Diviet, Ayutthaya, Champa. I mean, we're going to eat them eventually, but they could potentially make a short-term ally. Their only rival is Khmer. And then enemies of Pegu. Us, Lana and Arakan. There's Arakan. These guys. They could potentially pull us into a war with Bengal, though, which I don't necessarily want. So yeah, Champa, I think, is an easy alliance to make. And of course, they want a royal marriage with us. We'll take it. What is, how many Diplo relations are we using? 4 out of 4. Yeah, that's fine. That should be a pretty solid power block here. Alright, so improving relations with Sukhothai. Improving relations with Ligor. Awesome. So we'll keep this guy on Lunjang. It's okay if we go into debt a little bit, rooting out corruption. I just want to get rid of it as fast as possible. Ming demanded we send them 3 of this year's tribute. Or send them this year's tribute in the form of 3 ducats. Doing so will increase trust between our nations by 1. Okay. Alright. Ashikaga, the shogun of Japan, has announced Ming as their rival. That could be good for us. The more Ming gets screwed, the happier we will be. Oh, we took out a loan. Because apparently our army maintenance made it harder. Let's get rid of all of our corruption, and then we'll pay back our loans. Since we already have one outstanding. Anyway, Sukhothai, royal marriage. We'll take it. Ligor probably cannot royal marriage with us because they are Muslim. Oh no, they would take it. Ming have decided to change their demanded tribute. By the end of this year, they will demand administrative power. Okay. Turn home. Let's get a royal marriage with Ligor. Boom. Alright. And then we'll re-automate him. Own subject countries. I guess we can set this other guy to allies. Go home. There we go. Set it and forget it. And let's see, we're done rooting out corruption, but we still are in a deficit. Part of that could be that we have a fleet that's not mothballed. All this random setup stuff that I always forget to do. Protect trade in our home node. And we also want to set them on go home at war. That didn't fix our deficit. Let's find out what's going on. So... interest from our loan. State maintenance is costing us a lot of money. Could reduce my army maintenance. I think we have enough allies that... as long as our subjects aren't going to rebel... yeah, I think we'll be okay. Let's put army maintenance on -2, just long enough to pay back this loan. Ming has had us in tribute. Our heir is now righteous, +1 legitimacy a year. Oh, and another way we can get some more money is by boosting our stability. I like to keep it at +2. Force our heritage. Our faith is the honored way of ancestors. We could not allow foreign faiths to encroach on our traditions. We get +2 missionary strength, +1 tolerance of heathens. Currently, our entire realm is Theravada Buddhist. So that wouldn't really do anything for us. We're just going to turn it off of important for now until we get to a point where we would actually need it. How much do we owe on this loan? It's going to be 54 ducats, basically, to pay back. Influence Nation on Champa. Probably, how many, do we have any forts outstanding that we can turn off to? Yeah. And we'll lose out on the army tradition, but I'm not that worried about it. The Ming are influencing people, as they are wont to do. Well, ideally want to get like one more regiment of spearmen before we go to war. With the Pegu, maybe build up a war chest so we don't go into debt while we're at war. There should be a stable government. I think we can take a prestige hit right now. More than we can take an admin power hit. It's going to be going up anyway. Sending tribute to the Ming. For now. For now. Plight of Battambang. A representative of the farmers of Battambang arrived in Ayutthaya today, imploring Boromarka II to help expand and maintain the irrigation system of the province. The local population is growing and claiming new land at a speed that current infrastructure does not support. The representative also asks that the state supply food to those who need it in the meantime. While this project would have few downsides besides the cost, there are currently no plans to improve this particular region, and doing so in reasonable time would likely be quite expensive. So I can gain 10 karma. Oh yeah, Buddhism is not a religion I play with often. Karma gives us discipline and diplomatic reputation. Oh, that's right. You want to keep it in the middle. But low karma is better than high karma, because we definitely don't want to... we definitely don't want minus discipline. Let's see. So I can gain 10 karma, lose 9 ducats, development cost -5, tax modifier -5, or I can lose 15 karma, giving local unrest +4. Let's go ahead and do it, because we're going to declare a war soon, and that'll bring us back towards the center. Oh no, Ming is influencing Lan Na. Ming is influencing a lot of people. Let's see, can we pay back our loan? There we go. And we just need 10 ducats so we can build that last unit of East Asian spearmen. Trade dispute CB, not the one we want. Okay. I didn't accidentally hire any mercenaries, did I? No. Alright. Build our East Asian spearmen. I wish it would stop. I probably can turn off that alert. Alright, so if we're going to attack Martaban, there any river crossings we need to worry about? Sukhothai and Mulmin. So yeah, we could attack from either of these provinces and it would be fine. They're allied. Jeez! They're allied with everybody! Also, we're taking attrition from this province. Supply limit 12, supply limit 18. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of issues with like these undeveloped jungle provinces giving us lots of problems. Let's pull this diplomat off. Return home. If we declared war now, Senwi, Tuangu, where's Senwi? These guys, Tuangu and Khmer would all join in. None of our allies would, because we don't owe them at least 10 favors. So we might need to wait before we declare war. Maybe annex some of our vassals and wait until we get enough trust with our allies that we could actually call them in. So until that time, let's raise our army maintenance. Okay, cool. We can stay in the green now. Slightly in the green, at least. And we'll put our diplomat back on improved relations with allies. So Sukhothai, very close to being able to annex them. 182. Advancement of the merchant classes. Status of the merchant guilds does not rest on the same old traditions of that of the nobility or the monastic orders. Instead, they have to make their own fortunes by working diligently and then risking the profit to again expand their business. As a rule, however, this has gone very well for them lately. While not as prestigious in business, business is in many ways the backbone of our economy. And through their control of coins, the merchant guild have managed to increase their power in our country. That's all right with me. Oh yeah, by the way, ages. We're in the age of discovery right now. So, ways that we can gain splendor. Discover America. Probably not going to go for that. I think we're kind of going to focus on East Asia. If I was playing as Ming, I would definitely try to go colonial, but I think we're going to have other things to worry about. Control centers of trade. So we already control one. If we conquered Pegu, I don't think estuaries count. So like the next closest two, there's a couple down here. There's one in Malacca. There's two in Malacca, actually. Canton is owned by Dai Viet. We could go after that one. And then the other kind of close one is Bengal. 30 development city. Our capital is currently at 20, so that's definitely viable. I think we'll wait until the Renaissance fires, though, to get that, because we want to get this cheap 0% penalty tech as soon as we can before Europe starts forcing us to pay more for our technology. Feudal society, 5 different vassals at the same time. That makes it tempting to keep our vassals and not annex them. And to maybe vassalize Khmer and all those guys. President on 2 continents. Humiliate rival will be an easy one. President on 2 continents I don't think is going to happen. We'd have to go a pretty long way to get to another continent. Yeah, we might go for feudal society. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. We can conquer like all but one province from our rivals and then just keep them as an OPM vassal. I think we can make that work. Let's try for that one. We'll definitely do humiliate rival. Embracing the Renaissance definitely is something we're going to try to do, and then we can kind of knock these out as a 1-2 because getting a 30 development city will allow us to force Renaissance to appear through development, which is what I did in my Korea game for the previous expansion. I basically got all of the all of the institutions by forcing them to appear using development. So we'll fall behind in tech for a while, but we can definitely bounce back. And then yeah, we'll have to look over which of these unrest -5. Aggressive expansion impact could definitely be useful because we're going to be taking a lot of territory. Transfer subject peace treaty at half cost could be interesting. War taxes cost could be useful. Cavalry to infantry ratio could be useful. Higher developed colonies. No, probably not. Terrain of capital. That's very interesting. So farmlands, I don't think there's a lot of farmlands in this region. Yeah, there's some. I don't know if that's worth 800 splendor, though. And then these other ones are restricted to special countries.